Welcome to
To
Shade
shade
and the
the
City.
city.
I'm your girl Treese,
It snows.
and today we are here to do a recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai, season 2, episode 6. Um, Something to do with
I ain't got it. I ain't got this one.
I ain't got it.
Deserted. Was it like
Oh,
deserted?
deserted friendships. Thank you, thank you. You rang the bell. You rang the bell. Good job. All right. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all for being here, all of our Shade Squad, and for all of our new viewers. If you like what you see, when you're feeling it, make sure y'all hit that like button.
Or I mean, whether you do or not, just hit the like button and the subscribe button.
You're so funny.
Just do it like Nike.
You're funny. But yeah, so let's jump into this episode because I have a lot to say about Miss Stansbury and her parenting as usual. So let's get into, or should I say Cersei Lannister. So let's get into it and let's get shady.
So I wanted to say something before we get started.
Okay.
Because it's funny how we always talk about how we're end up on screen with matching colors, right?
Mm-hmm.
We always have on the same color some way somehow. Now we don't match today, right? But we
Okay.
both have on earth tones.
You know
So
what?
we're both coordinating.
Y'all do know I'm the little sister, right? You would think it's the other way around. The way she wants to be like me so
You know
bad.
what? And I'll give you that because you know what? I'll give it to you because I just took a shower and just put this on. So I saw that was a dress. So you probably wore that to work today. So I give you had that on first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you today.
Yeah.
That ain't normally the case though. But go ahead. We moving on.
Bless her heart, y'all. For only 10 cents a day, we can find her another sister to copy off of. Okay. Anyway, y'all, so we start this episode off. The ladies are still at their lunch in the desert.
Mhm.
Taleen is hurt by Brooke saying she doesn't care. And Brooke says that she's not letting anything disturb her peace. I also think Brooks I was getting the vibe she might have been a little bit tipsy. So then, and then because it was after they did that round of shots.
Stansbury said she always.
Well,
I mean,
anyway, so the other ladies basically want to know the tea, like what happened? What is all this about? So Taleen gives them the whole backstory on what happened, and Stansbury denies saying what Brooks, conveyed to Taleen. And so Taleen accuses Brooks of, basically stirring the pot, and Brooks basically responds to tell her that basically you asked me to tell you if anyone was talking about you, so I told you. Now, Taleen then accuses Brooks of not taking any accountability. And then Ion points out that, oh, Taleen, you over here choosing Stansbury over your bestie. And I said, well, clock it. Then
not clock it.
I'm just saying. So then Taleen tells Brooks that that for someone in healing, she can be very hurtful and that she just wants her to listen. So Brooks at this point has had enough in her mind. Sarah encourages them both that, to get their side out and then just move on. And then Stansbury starts to get irritated with Sarah trying to I guess not coach, but aid Brooks in trying to craft.
Did you feel that that's what she was doing?
I feel that this was my perspective of what was happening. And I see it. I feel like I see it because I feel like we do it to each other. I think that we both know each other well enough that we know when we're starting to get to a point of especially if it's with maybe not between us, but somebody else. And so I could see you being like, well, what Latrice? Because if I'm completely frustrated at that point,
I don't.
Right.
So that's why I didn't feel like she was coaching her because I didn't feel like that's what she was doing. She was like, Well, she was
But
like,
she
I felt like she was being a mediator a little bit, like kind of like
yeah,
a therapist would do. Okay, you say how you feel, then you get your words out. Let her say how she feels. I didn't really feel like she was really coaching her, but I mean, Stansbury was mad.
yeah. I feel like that was the most frustrated I've ever seen Stansbury, because she's like, you know what, Sarah, this is annoying. This is annoying. You want to be everybody's mouthpiece. And I was like, ooh, she was like, let her speak for herself. So finally, Sarah's like, you, and then she calls
And they
Sarah.
called her a hypocrite.
Yeah. And she's like, and you talk, she's like, why don't you let her talk as a person instead of speaking in third person? And I said, oh, so even Lisa is like, what the hell is going on? Why is Stansbury so upset with Sarah? When basically she's like, Sarah is the walking Instagram meme. We know that. She's all about peace, love, prosperity. Trust me, I follow accounts like that. Sarah definitely gives those vibes. I understand. And so basically, Sarah and Lisa, and I think all of the girls can kind of agree, even myself, I think Stansbury's starting to feel away because Sarah's just not going along to get along and doing whatever she wants her to do, or agreeing with her, basically, and not falling in line, as they say. And so then Sarah asks Brooks if she wants to go for a walk, and Stansbury tells them to go walk and hold hands while you do it. So Sarah points out that Stansbury was fine with her speaking up for her and Sergio, but now when it's someone else, she's accused of being a mouthpiece. And then Brooks asks Lisa to get up and go with them, so they can talk as well. And I said, well, and I didn't understand why she called Lisa up, but when I saw that, I'm sorry, I love you, Brooks. This was a Jedi mind trick. This was absolutely a Jedi mind trick. I
Well,
peeped it early on, but go ahead, Nels.
I can appreciate the fact that she said, I don't want to talk about Taleen anymore.
Right.
Me, that's what made it seem like it wasn't a Jedi mind trick. Like, it wasn't
That's
like,
why it's a Jedi mind trick.
no, because she like, it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't like I'm manipulating the conversation. She's like, I don't want to talk about that anymore. This is what we're going to talk about.
I get you, but I was like, okay, Brooks. I was like, okay.
I feel like when you try to manipulate the conversation, you kind of do it like in a slick way, like, and
Right.
then you're kind of like, how did we even end up talking about this?
Right.
You know what I mean? But Brooks was like, okay, I don't want to talk about Selena more. We talked about that. We had that conversation. We're moving on. You know what I mean? Now,
boy, did they move on?
Taleen just wasn't there for that.
I was not. I'll give my thoughts when you get into the scene. I think this was wrong of Ion, in my opinion.
What?
Go ahead, get into it. I feel like she was wrong for what she said.
She told her that she didn't want to talk about the Taleen stuff anymore. And really, Sarah wanted to, I'm sorry, not Sarah, Lisa wanted to address with Sarah what she had said to Ion. She said,
what happened was Brooks said, well, you don't want to, she asked Sarah, did you say something about Lisa's home?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Sarah's like, what are you talking about? And then that's when Lisa jumps in to the point of Ion telling her.
Yes, she let her know that if the Ion told her, you asked, if everything was okay at home. And, she didn't like the way that came across. So Sarah's like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's like, in my culture, that's what we do. We ask, like, how's the home? How's the life? Whatever. Like, if we really care about you. So when they got back to the table, Sarah addressed it with Ion. Okay. And Ion said, it came across weird to her. Okay. You asking how are things at home? Okay. Lisa said to her, it came across like marital, which I could see like to anybody it would. How are things at home? Normally you're talking about how things with you and your husband. Okay. Yeah. Sarah said that she didn't mean that at all. I don't remember what the little friend's name is, but she basically vouched for her. Saba. See, you know what? All I remember was the Savage.
Oh, Saba the Savage.
Yes, but I couldn't remember her name.
I remember her name, but just being honest, if you and shout out to my other creators, I don't think anybody likes Saba. I don't think anybody. There's nobody on YouTube that I've listened to that sees it for Saba. But in this particular instance, I'm with her on this because
she had already turned me off with the whole Ion
Oh, I know. And I didn't like when she was, talking about Lisa, and she known her for all the 10 seconds last episode. However, Sarah is her good friend. This is like supposed to be her real life friend, business partner. And in this particular situation, I do think that Ion put 20 on 10. I think that she ran back and made it seem like it was something versus making it seem like Sarah meant it. She was truly, and now granted, I know a lot of people don't see it for Sarah either. However, I do believe her intentions are genuine. And even when they replayed the scene, I said, how are you getting that from what she's, I don't know.
I even remember when we watched the scene, I don't remember feeling that Sarah
No
said
type
it.
of way, because I would have called
the only thing that I felt like Sarah meant was like she was being snappy. Right. That's what I got from what she said. Like, oh, she's being snappy. Like, is everything okay? Basically, could she be deflecting? Is really what I got from it. With like, she's got a bunch of stuff going on. But no, I didn't get anything about her, husband or anything.
And I mean, I hate to say it, but shout out to Sarah for taking that on her chin and just being like, all right, because at the end of the day, Lisa was going to believe Ion anyway. So she just had to sit up there and eat it and be like, okay, well, I'll be more careful how I word things next. I was like, oh, y'all got the right one at that table, because I would have just got up and left and be like, I understand, but if that's what you're going to go on, then I'm going to let you can have it. If that's what you believe and you feel like I'm trying to be vicious or malicious, well, I'm going to let you believe that, because I ain't got time to sit here and prove it to you. I told you what I said, told you what I meant. Tell them to roll.
Lisa did already say it doesn't matter what nobody says. She's going to believe Ion.
Right. That's why I said Sarah took it on the chin, because I would have said, production, come roll that beautiful bean footage. Thank you.
All right. So then Ion and Lisa met up for some coffee and immediately started discussing the desert. Ion thinks that Taleen is like, she feel like she's just disgusting. She's just disgusting the way she did Brooks. And because she feels like, okay, Taleen's not getting along with Brooks. So I'm going to go, hang out with who Brooks is not getting along with. And she feels like that is just nasty work. Basically,
I would never do that to you.
They both said that they wouldn't do it to each other. Lisa and Ion said that they would never do that to each other. Okay. Lisa said,
shout out to production. I feel like every episode, I'm noticing
they try to show how close
they're dropping. They're dropping little gems, but they're showing it to us little by little. And I said, it sucks. But because I know they still not cool, but I noticed that every episode now, episode 6, every episode, there's been a little clue like, oh, this ain't gonna stay like this.
Yeah, that's sad. Lisa said that she was triggered by what Sarah said, because the other day her husband told her that he basically told her, you always too tired to have sex. And it made her feel like a piece of crap wife. And she did say that she was overwhelmed, with the business, the kids, the wife, her entire family life, then she gets emotional because of a comment that her mom made to her, basically told her she need to have a backup plan in case Rich leaves you. Now, she doesn't necessarily think that Rich is going to leave her, but she knows anything is possible. And she knows that basically she has to be financially independent for just in case, especially with the way her daddy did her mama. So, basically, Ion told her, girl, you need a break. Okay. You need to be like me and take a mental break. I'm always on a mental break. Okay. You need to do like me. Don't think about that stuff. Girl, forget everybody. Don't worry about nothing.
I do feel like it's funny, because it's one of the reasons why I respect Lisa so much. And I think that's why other people love Lisa so much. She definitely is a hard worker. And, but she's definitely spread thin. And I could definitely relate to feeling like that as a mother and as somebody who works and that has a partner and all that other stuff, and trying to give 100% to each. And everybody's probably getting about 40. Everybody's probably getting about 40%. But I agree with Ion. She probably needs to take a break and focus on, she probably needs to do something on her. I won't say on her own, but go on a vacation with her girls, away from the kids, leave Rich with the kids.
Well, sometimes even that could be stressful. Maybe she really.
That's true, because you're worried about your kids, and then you think about, and then you miss them, and then I get it.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
Ion
basically
does tell her
Ion
to
told
talk
her,
to Rich. Yeah.
yeah, to talk to Rich about it. So guess that's what's gonna happen.
Right. So then we see Stansbury. She just has no coup. Whether it be what I can respect her for, she doesn't change no matter who she's around.
Mm-mm.
She's consistent. I'll give her that.
He
Um,
definitely.
but Stansbury's at lunch with the in-laws. Sergio's mom asked if she even plans to stay for the lunch because apparently she's, always got plans. And Stansbury says she's not avoiding them, but she only does that to her family. However, she is happy that Sergio is distracted and she feels like he has a play date every day, so she can get her space. And I said, well, that's pretty bad. So then she goes on this tangent about how Sergio needs his own set of friends. Sergio wants to be her main priority. And Stansbury says that she's having a hard time managing Sergio, demanding her attention along with her kids, i.e., her daughter, Yasmin, right now, demanding so much attention. And so Stansbury leaves to head to the spa, and Sergio's mother tells him that they need to find a middle ground. And he says that he misses the old Stansbury that he had in the
Miss
beginning.
the clingy days.
And I was gonna say that was Dimmick days. She had no choice but to be with only you all the time up your butt. But okay. He then shares about the recent visit to the doctor and how they learned they only have a year left to try to conceive this baby. His mother tells him stop worrying so much about a baby and make sure the two of them are good first. Basically, mama's telling you don't mess up your paycheck, Sergio. That's what
And
you're.
and told him I don't see no baby coming out of Stansbury.
And so Sergio is
I
just
don't see it for you, homie.
right. Sergio was like, Mom, why does no one want me to have this baby? Why am I the only one? Because you're selfish. Oh, I shouldn't say selfish, but I think she's hinted multiple times in multiple ways. You feel it. Your gut is telling you that she doesn't want this child, but keep on keeping on. I get it. I get it. I think I'd be more concerned about getting in the will, Sergio.
So Ion was catching up with her big sister Ifra on FaceTime. She told her that she wants her and her brother Sadiq to come there to Dubai for her beauty launch and see all that she has accomplished, her being a baby and everything. She's like, I am the one, not the two or the three. Okay, look at what I've done. Now they both get emotional and give each other words of encouragement because her sister's super proud of everything she's accomplished. She's like, I will be there. We will be there. Okay. Now Ion thinks that her and her sister are super close because of what they went through together. Ifra is the older sister, and she said that she kept on checking on her, and while she was going through the pain that she was going through. I ain't gonna get into details because I don't know what I can and can't say, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, this was all
Right.
that. All right.
Well, she called, I think you can say FGM.
Is it, what did she call it? What did you say?
FGM.
FGM.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did hear her say that, but I don't. Yeah, I don't. Okay. So basically, now her sister says she's excited to come there and cook for Taj. They go back and forth about her bringing mazi flour. And basically her sister said, I don't know about that. Listen, look, I was like, look, girl, I want it. I need it. I don't care if you get stopped in the airport. I don't care if you get arrested. So be it. Bring it so you can come cook for me. Okay? And her sister was like, girl, if I get arrested in these states, in this airport, I just need you to know it's all your fault.
I thought this
was saying, Ion is like, girl, I got bail money.
What's so crazy to me to learn that I guess Ion really do stay in her bubble, because when she was talking about Taj being excited that somebody was going to be there to actually cook, I said, what are y'all door dashing every day? Do y'all eat out every night? Like, even if you had the money to do it.
I probably feel like she's too fabulous, child. She's like, you want me to get what on my pretty little
because she's probably in the kitchen in a ball gown.
Exactly. I was out all day.
You know what's so funny? This particular scene was the first time I ever seen her like normal, like dressed normally. She wasn't in a ball gown. She was just sitting on the couch, just chilling. She wasn't like too frou.
I don't know what scene it was. Did they? I have put it in my notes. I don't know if they showed it already. I didn't know that. I don't know if she was bald or if she just like, because you know she always wears a wig.
Where's
So I don't.
wigs? No, I think she is, but I loved it. I
But
said
I
it.
didn't. I wonder if like if she was always like that or if she just cut it.
She just did that. I don't know, but I think it looks very good. I know what you're talking about.
Of course, because
Um,
Hayan's a baddie.
well, that part. So Brooks takes Adam and her mom to view her salon, the glass house, shut up.
It
They
was
talk about Adam's birthday theme and say that, and they're trying to talk. Basically, Brooks is like trying to talk to him is like talking to a brick wall. Adam's just giving her a lot of attitude. And then Brooks opens up about how he's very willing to talk to his father, more willing than he is to her, and she doesn't understand why. And then Adam's, because this is your son, Brooks. Adam's smart behind decides to tell her it's because she comes home at 10 o'clock at night. And when I tell you, I synced it. I synced it, Brooks. The way you looked at that boy, and thank God them cameras was there, because the way she looked at him and she said, "What did you say?" And I said, "That's a good black mama for you." But we appreciate the gentle parenting that you gave us on camera.
on camera.
On camera, because I feel confident once that camera went off, she was like, "You better watch your mouth. Okay." You better watch your mouth. But basically, Brooks does feel bad, but she wants to be a successful businesswoman, and explains to Adam that, I need to be successful in order for you to enjoy the life that you live. And her mom kind of backs her up on that. And it's like your mom is working hard so that she can support you. So, basically kind of cut her a break. And I actually really thought that was dope, because her mother could have definitely used that moment to be like, "Well, why aren't you spending more time with him? Well, you know what I mean?" And so the fact that she took that time to really, back her
I'm sure
daughter.
her mom had to work like crazy.
Well, yeah, she talked about it. She said she grew up in a family of 7 kids.
Yeah,
And
so her mom completely understands.
right.
Because look, had she not backed up,
But she admitted my mom always made time for each of us individually. So even though it may not have been a lot of time, so I think Brooks feels guilty
she
because
also wasn't running a business.
well, that part. So I don't know, but yeah, I saw the black mama come out of Brooks, and I said, Adam better watch it. He ain't got too many more smart responses before she might smack him one good time. I'm just saying.
So it's the King's last day in Dubai, y'all. Maki is not happy about it. He went to go let his little homeboy in. Okay. Did a quick little twerk for him at the front door.
I was gonna say, I love when he said, "I'm trying to break the world record." I said, "Okay, boo."
For twerking. Now Sarah, she sent Maki right upstairs so she can have a nice little adult conversation. I really like this, seeing Sarah like this. Basically she said, "Listen, I'm direct. Okay. I need some clarity on some things." And she asked him all the right questions. Okay. It just shows she doesn't want to make the same mistake over. Now she also let him know that she's not taking care of no man. Okay, she said, "I've been there, done that." And according to Islam, okay, because we both that religion, okay, a man is to be the protector and provider. It don't really seem like he has an issue with this, but he feels like he should be in control. And she said, there is no control. We are both human. We are both equal. Okay, I just need you to do your job, do your part. Okay. So then, she was like, "Okay, so you're about to leave. What are we doing?" Mm-hmm. He was like, "Listen, I'm not waiting for you. If you out here talking to other dudes, you out here dating." She was like, "What? Like, what are you saying, sir? You know what type of woman I am. I don't get down like that." She said, "I don't get down on the first night." Okay. But they decided they are exclusively in the waiting room. Okay. So he's not her exclusive boyfriend yet because he hasn't met the family. But basically they both decided that they don't share. They said they don't share. So they both need to keep a lid on it.
So I had to go look it up to get it right, because literally this whole scene, I literally, even though I think it was a very productive and good conversation that she was having with Akeem, and I'm happy for her for the outcome, even though it seems like they're not gonna work out. It definitely gave me I want my name dropped. I want my eggs cracked. Meaning, I want to have a baby.
Oh my God.
Oh, I said, well, later on, Sarah,
That's a different type of direct.
yeah. So then we get into this is Miss Lannister at her best. Stansbury and Yasmin get together. She gives her the details of her college tour, which Stansbury missed because of everything going on with her house. Y'all see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her house. Now,
it just so happened that Sergio benefited from it.
Conveniently, because we all know he wasn't happy about it. Mm-hmm. So she basically asked her, we hear that she, went to LA, she went to Miami. So basically she's asking Yasmin if she's okay living on her own. I don't think Jasmine is outright disrespectful. However, I think she wants to be, there's a lack of, I feel like, respect she's lost for her mother. Mm-hmm. And that's why she talks to her the way she does. Because even this, I felt was kind of like a dig when she was like, oh, you're going to be okay living by yourself. And she was like, I actually think I'll be pretty good at it. Like, that's how I took that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've pretty much been raising myself. Mm-hmm. So, Stansbury tells her she wants to plan to do some things with her and make her a priority, and when she asks Yasmin if she thinks she is a priority, Yasmin honestly tells her no.
She said none of us were. None of us
are. She tells her that she thinks Sergio is prioritized over all the kids. She brings up not liking when Sergio steps in when Stansbury is trying to parent her children and believes it's not Sergio's place to do so because that's not their father. Now, I will give Stansbury a little grace because, yeah, it's not easy. And you can't just be outright disrespectful just because that's not your biological father.
I think it makes it harder that he's so close to their age.
To the age too. But basically, Stansbury's understanding of that. However, she's like, blending families takes time, and Yasmin lets us in on a little secret that apparently Daddy moved out, and the next week Sergio was in.
She said, "You ain't give me no time."
Right. And Stansbury does admit that was her regret, that she didn't give them time to adjust. But she said, regardless, she was getting divorced. That wasn't going to change. Now, I can understand that, but it's almost like, I understand maybe your kids were older, but it's almost like how you just don't bring somebody around your kids like that until like it's real, real, real.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that...
Well, I don't know if she didn't bring him around. I think it was that he moved in. Right?
Did he move in with her?
That's because it was during vid. So the dad moved out and then he moved in. But I would have thought that they were already dating and the kids met him. I think it was just that he moved into the house. I don't think that they didn't even meet him and he just moved in. Like, hey, this is Sergio. Like, they don't know who this dude is that's moving in the house. I was thinking of a situation like the kids just thought she was having fun, and eventually she was going to get back with Daddy.
I think you might be giving her too much credit. So, and y'all can disagree with me in the comments, but I
hope that's not.
But timeline for me gives you were doing what you wanted to do. You were focused on your happiness as per usual, not thinking about your children because you don't really have that warm, motherly anything about you. So of course you put yourself first and prioritize Sergio, and your kids felt that, because I would think as a mother, that's going to be my first thought before I move any man in my house.
Mm-hmm.
How are my kids doing? How are my kids feeling? Their dad just left a week ago. How are y'all coping with everything? This is a difference. Let's get used to what irritated me so much about this scene. And I think I've said this before. My parents are no longer together. And they are both remarried. However, although I love their spouses, they each make time alone to spend with me and my sister without their spouse. And I love the fact that their spouse doesn't always necessarily feel like they need to tag along in our family outings. It's not we're trying to exclude you. It's this is our parent. And sometimes we just want to be with our parent that raised us.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I think that anybody, and that's what bothers me about Sergio so much. Like, really, that's my real issue with him, is because I feel like Sergio should be taking the initiative to say, Stansbury, go see your kids, go spend time with your daughter. And that's why you need some damn friends. You need something else to do. But I think he is so fearful if he is away from her too long, she is going to forget about his ass.
Or have too much fun without him.
Right. And I don't know, it's just disturbing. But anyway, she says she's going to try to do better. And Yasmin says basically she just wants time with her mother. And then in the next sentence, well, I think that, we can work on spending more time and you can even learn to enjoy Sergio. Did you not hear what she just said? She wants time with you. She didn't say about stop forcing this man on them. Just because you want to be with a little boy, that's not her ministry. I'm sorry. That really irritated my soul. I literally, the end of my says irritated.
So apparently Taleen's dog Coco passed away. And they're in mourning right now. She said the dog has been in their family longer than her husband has. Okay. Baby done been traveling all over the world. She said more than Lady Gaga on tour. That dog been all around the world, girl, all around the world. Okay. She said that she did send a group chat to let the ladies know, but the only people that reached out to her was Ion, Lisa, and Stansbury. And she felt in some type of way that Brooks didn't reach out to her when her puppy passed. Well, I ain't gonna say puppy because it was a dog. It wasn't no puppy. Now her sister basically told her that Brooks is giving very much unhinged. Okay. And the sister is really not feeling it for Brooks right now. Taleen said that she didn't even respond to her message when she sent her text wishing Adam a happy birthday. And she said at this point, she really don't even know if she's going to go to his birthday party and really doesn't know if their relationship is capable of recovering. Then Stansbury went over to Taleen's house and brought her some flowers, because of Coco. Now, apparently they've been hanging out. They was hiding in the bushes with their drunk ass. Mm-hmm. Stansbury's drunk ass crawled into bed with Taleen's husband. I don't give a damn how drunk. We don't play them games. That's for the other folks. We don't play them games. I don't. And like literally crawled. Wait till Sergio see the scene. Sergio gonna lose his shit. He gonna lose it. He ain't gonna know what to do with himself.
Or he'll just next time want to crawl in the bed with both of them.
You should have been here with me. You should have taken me with you.
You heard what I said. He would just crawl in the bed with both of them. Y'all take that how you take it. So Brooks takes Adam for his birthday celebration. I was a little confused because it looked like it was on a beach. But then I didn't really understand what they was doing. I don't know. Over here we got
a setup on the beach.
I get it, but I was like, so what's I don't know. We have venues and stuff and things out here. So I was like, so what's the activity? And I guess they
were doing archery, and I think I only saw the archery.
Okay, but it was cute. I know you spent a lot of. I know you spent your coin. So Zoran arrives, and it seems a little bit awkward.
Apparently not compared to what other people have been spending.
Right. She said that they're trying to co-parent better, but says that she's paying for Adam's birthday on her own. That's why I said I know she spent a nice little coin. Her friends start to arrive, and Zoran decides he wants to be friendly with the other, of the ladies coming in. And so we basically see Brooks getting annoyed and basically kind of
She
joking,
said
but
security.
not joking.
Security.
But basically, yeah, security, can you remove my ex-husband? So the ladies start to arrive, and well, I said that. We see Lisa and Sarah with their kids. Ion can't make it because she's picking up her family, as we know. They ask about Taleen, and Brooke says that, her PA invited her, but she never RSVP'd, and she's not surprised. But she basically doesn't want any drama at her son's party, so she's just gonna let that sit right there. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for tuning in to another recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai, season 2, episode 6. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. I know I went a little hard on Cersei Lannister there. But, if you haven't already, please make sure y'all hit that like button before you leave.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, y'all, we will catch you next week for another recap of the Real Housewives of Dubai.
Good night.